Yo, what's up? Paul Allen, your play-by-play guy. Very happy to be joined by Miss Ashlyn Sullivan. She is the Jacksonville Jaguars team host and reporter, and the Vikings take on the Jaguars Sunday at noon, US Bank Stadium, pregame at 10 on KFAN and the game, KFAN and the Minnesota Vikings radio network. Ashlyn, thank you very much for joining us. How are you?
I am great. Thank you for having me. A little bummed I won't be making the trip to Minnesota. I'll be watching from this lovely home studio instead, but 2020, right?
Well, I mean, for a team that has lost 10 consecutive, maybe in a roundabout way, the supernatural is doing you a favor.
You could see it that way. That's for sure. We'll see how this game goes on Sunday.
Now, with Jacksonville and the fact that it's 1-10, it does beat Indianapolis, legitimately good team. Feels like it was 5 years ago. They've lost 10 in a row, but so many of them have been close. And most recently, they get that 2-point conversion against Stefanski in Cleveland. Who knows? I mean, how frustrating is that?
Exactly. And that is the most frustrating part is it is so close, especially the last couple of weeks they've been in this game. And Joe Schobert, middle linebacker, just said, if a few different plays go a certain direction, we have a few wins. And that's the hard part is the effort's there, the drive is there, and they just can't seem to get over this hump. But I do give them credit. You've seen a 1-10 team before that has packed it in and is looking towards next year. That's not this Jacksonville Jaguars team. They're hungry for a win. So I do expect it to be a fight on Sunday. I don't see how it could be any other way. I mean, Doug Marrone wants a win, and regardless if they finish off the year with wins, they want one, and they want it to start this week.
Well, if this season at 1-10, no playoff possibilities, that obviously means the kids are the future. And right. I know cornerback C.J. Henderson is not playing now, but he's very good. And the running back, James Robinson, and receiver, Laviska Shenault, those are three legitimate rookies. Do you agree?
Absolutely. And the story of James Robinson is incredible. We go back to August in training camp, and we saw him on the field, and, you couldn't really tell, especially in this training camp without pads on. You're like, all right, he probably makes the team. And then they go ahead and trade Leonard Fournette, the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. And we're thinking, what is going on? And they say, James Robinson flat out just won this job. He had the opportunity. He took it. He's our starting running back. And now, on his way to an 1,000-yard season. This is a guy that has stayed exactly the same, very quiet to himself, does not like accolades. We're talking Pro Bowl, possibly Offensive Rookie of the Year. And he's like, yeah, that'd be okay, I guess. So incredible story for James Robinson, and this is a guy that they definitely see as a future running back. And then you're talking about Laviska Shenault, a Swiss Army knife, can do all these things. It's funny, this week they said that he would be the emergency quarterback in a COVID situation. I would definitely want to watch. I wouldn't take my eyes off the TV, but they said they wouldn't be extremely confident in that, but it shows the versatility of a guy like that he can go in there and have that confidence.
Now, a couple of weeks ago here, we had Cowboys receiver CeeDee Lamb and our own Justin Jefferson playing in the same game. Sunday with James Robinson and to a certain extent Laviska Shenault, but certainly James and Justin, you got those two, the running back in Washington, Antonio Gibson, and probably the favorite, Justin Herbert. But, man, the rookies offensively this year, they have been terrific.
They really have, and so exciting to watch, and definitely happy here in Jacksonville that James Robinson is in that conversation. And it's going to be tough this year for him to make the Pro Bowl. And he just said he understands, playing on a 1-10 team, you're not going to get the attention you like. But he said to even be in the conversation, especially an undrafted guy, he admitted there's a chip on his shoulder, and there's a little bit of proving people wrong. So to be in that conversation with guys you just listed is a credible accomplishment for him.
Now, lastly, with the Jacksonville Jaguars, for those here watching who generally are used to wall-to-wall Vikings content, and this is an adversarial update. With the Jacksonville Jaguars, forget the record, forget the GM out, the distraction, the whole thing. What are the Vikings getting this weekend? What kind of team is Jacksonville?
They are a tough team. And I know everyone says that word and it's thrown around, but they are riddled with injuries right now, especially on the defensive side of the ball. You talk about an example is undrafted rookie cornerback Luke Barku, who is the 4th cornerback on the depth chart, had to go against Jarvis Landry last week. Obviously, you look on that on paper, you say, oof, that's a tough matchup, but played a heck of a game. And definitely you see these matchups on paper and you're thinking, man, the Jags don't have a chance. And you see that with a 1-10 team, but especially with how close it's been the last couple of weeks, I really think the Vikings can expect this Jaguars team to come in there, give them a run for their money, and they want to win better than anyone. And I think that's what makes this game so exciting is the Vikings, their backs are against the walls. I don't have to tell you that, looking for a playoff spot, and the Jaguars just want to win. I think that's what makes this game so exciting.
That undrafted corner, Ashlyn, what was his name?
Luke Barku. Pay attention to him. He definitely had a good game last week.
Luke Barku in the same game as Afadi Odenigbo. Wow, I can't wait to call this one. It's the name game. Holy cow. Ashlyn, thank you very much, and have a wonderful finish to 2020. Hopefully we chat soon.
Sounds great. Thanks so much for having me.
Ashlyn Sullivan, Jacksonville Jaguars host and team reporter. I'm Paul Allen. Vikings and Jags Sunday at noon. Be there for the boom at FM 100.3 KFAN.